Right. I think
mosques.
the achieving that, I think, is going to be the reality is that what you call people are disunited. I think I'm going to mention
Yeah.
Iran.
Yeah, because for 50 years, each generation has been taught. Let's be call a spade a spade. Been taught just to care about yours. Yeah, just your mom, dad, brother, sister, son, daughter, and then if it must, then the local Jat community or Gujar, whatever we are. Yeah, so that's the psychology we will get out. We are Muslim, and we have to represent Allah Azza wa Jal. So we have to make sure that everybody, Muslim or non, it has their dignity restored. That's how we become united again. When we stand in the masjid, we get our brother, come stand next to me, man. Don't let the shaitan come between us. You know, we've got to get back on that, and it can happen. All it's going to take is that one fatwa from a very renowned sheikh who lives in Oxford, and not just him. He's probably different ones. I mean, even Murad. I'm going to name this one. Hakim Murad could say some stuff. He could come up with something, right? And a lot can shift. The mentality can shift. Instead, because everything's always focused on change yourself and then the world will be better. No, my friend, your transformation of yourself is through implementing Allah's deen. When you do it together, you know, when you go to the gym or when you're playing football, is a footballer improved? Does he get better just on his own, just kicking it against the wall? No, they come in a team. Someone's got the goaler, you got the defender, you got the striker. They improve over time. Their tazkiyah of the self improves. That's what the Jamaat. That's why we have 5 Jamaats. I mean, just think about this for a second. When Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went up all the way up to the Sirat, and then and Allah Azza wa Jal prescribed the Salah. I think it was more than 50 times or 50 times. I'll have to go back to the Tira again. But it was more than 5, right? Whatever it was more than 5. Do you know what the Jamaat is for us? What is it that we read in Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, malikin nas, ilahin nas, min sharril waswasil hannas? Waswasil. Protect us from the whisperer. Right? Who's the whisperer? Shaitan. Right? So we have to, and Jamaat is what? We're standing together, we're making sure that Shaitan doesn't come between us. Right? So imagine us having that unity, making sure that we're together, and we're told to do it 5 times a day. Right? That's why we go to Jamaat, so we can know one another and give assistance and take assistance. So make sure nobody in the community is left behind.
So the unity should it be just within Sunni or Shia Muslims, or is there no?
No. I just said to you, man, pay attention, brother. I said we are not here for those who believe or not believe. If I've said no, do not believe and believe. So I'm so like, come on, man. We hit it. We're Banu Adam.
Okay. So basically,
it's going to hurt some people. But look, man, the hurt that is about to come in the grave, we have to start thinking like that. Especially as grown guys, right? Our children should be thinking about how to get to the cosmos, but we have to think about the grave. The grave, that question is going to be hard to square. That's before we get into the 5, right? Because when we're raised, we can't even move 1 inch. We'll have to be asked 5 questions when we're raised again.
So
before we go running to the Sirat.
Right, that's fine. No, that is interesting because obviously in this country we have freedom to pray, and isn't that sufficient? Isn't that enough?
That goes back to the whole secularism, doesn't it?
Okay.
Separation of church and state, meaning that your religion is a personal endeavor. No, we don't. Islam isn't a religion; it's the law. It's Allah Azza wa Jal. We're submitting. Islam is submission.
Yeah, so my takeaway from that is obviously we've talked about lobby groups. Right. I think probably media groups need to be.
The thing is, we already by default have a lobby group. We just have to realize it. At the moment we're molded into something else. We need to break that mold. We just need to realize that lobby group, it exists. We've got it. Look at the infrastructure up and down the country. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. How many masajids are there? How many madrasas are there? All this is one beautiful lobby. That if from one, okay, I'll give you one example, right? COVID in Oxford, there's obviously the Salafi, you got the Baralavi, you got the Deobandi. How come when they come to the COVID, they created a committee? All 4 Remember these guys, other than they're busy calling each other bida, yeah, right? One is calling, and all of a sudden, when Boris Johnson says to them, get together, they get together, yeah. Our children in Kashmir in Gaza are dying. 40,000, 450,000 vanished, right? Those are the ones that are gone. They're gone. But the ones that we're going to be held accountable for are the ones who are being humiliated right now. 1.7 million.
So I think,
and countless, more than a billion in Sudan. Billah.
So I think you just mentioned Boris Johnson.
Create that committee.
You just mentioned Boris Johnson. Obviously now, we'll be listening to is obviously with Donald Trump as well. We're having non-Muslim leaders telling us to be united.
But that's what they did, right? They told you to be united on closing the masajid, and they did. They said, yes, sir, 3 bags full, sir. Right? They did. I have got email, I can go Facebook, I got a screenshot. So, the fact that the Salafi Masjid, the Deobandi Masjid, and the Barelvi Masjid all came together with agreement that they're going to keep the masjid closed.
So the problem you're saying is with the ulama?
Oh, yes.
Right.
They've dropped the button.
Yeah.
And us. We're not putting the pressure on them.
Interesting.
First and foremost is us. We're going to put the pressure on them.
Right. We are going to go to the next topic now, if that's okay.
After the break.
After the break. I've been...
we've only got a few minutes, so we just wind up. If you want to wind up, not wind up, but obviously whatever you want to say, last comment, and then what we'll do is we'll take a break.
And are we going back to Dawood Sahib?
Inshallah, we'll be going back.
So yeah. So I'll give you a minute to wrap up and basically give us a nutshell, synopsis of what you're saying to this particular question. How could the Muslim community in the UK progress?
Can you hear me?
I think it has dropped, so we do apologize for that. So we will be back with Dawood Sahib, and if you can summarize AJ Sahib in 30 seconds.
Yeah, so in a nutshell, what we're discussing about today is how the Muslim community can go forward, how it can change, and why that thinking is missing. So we have to start thinking, and especially about our deen, and because we've been taught in an era where this stuff was not explained to us properly, but inshallah moving forward we will do that.
We'll be back very shortly, probably 30 seconds. Thank you.
कसद ले मदीने ते टुर गए किन्ने सफीने ते सद ले सबनू मदीने ते सद ले ऐसे महीने अल्लाह अल्लाह ओ घर हो 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 अल्लाह अल्लाह राया वे मदीने जान वालिया अर्ज़ा सुनावी जाके मेरियां अर्ज़ा सुनावी जाके मेरियां आखी जाके अरशां दे लाड़े नू मेरी वारी लाइयां कानू देरियां मेरी वारी लाइयां कानू देरियां बेड़ा मुहम्मद वाला लेंदा पे तारियां जिसने मदीने जाना कर लो तैयारियां जिसने मदीने जाना कर लो तैयारियां मदीना 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 जाके मदीने फिर नहीं आना जाके मदीने फिर नहीं आना मर जावांगे शहर मदीने जावांगे शहर मदीने दूर जावांगे ان کا منگتا ہوں جو منگتا نہیں ہونے دیتے ان کا منگتا ہوں جو منگتا نہیں ہونے دیتے ان کا منگتا ہوں جو منگتا نہیں ہونے دیتے میرے آقا میرے آقا میرے آقا مجھے رسوا نہیں ہونے دیتے ان کا منگتا ہوں جو منگتا نہیں ہونے دیتے ان کا منگتا میرے گھر عیب کی کرتے ہیں وہ پردہ پوشی میرے گھر عیب کی کرتے ہیں وہ پردہ پوشی میرے جرموں میرے جرموں میرے جرموں کو تماشا نہیں ہونے دیتے ان کا منگتا ہوں جو منگتا نہیں ہونے دیتے ان کا منگتا لمیات نظیر کفی نظر مسلے تو نشد پیدا جانا لمیات نظیر کفی نظر مسلے تو نشد پیدا جانا جگ راج کو تاج تورے سر سو ہے تجھ کو شہے تو سرا جانا انفیت شب و سخا کا اتم ہے گے سوئے پاک ہے ابر کرم پر سنگارے رم جم کو بوند ادھر بھی گرا جانا نبی 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 سب سے اولا والا ہمارا نبی سب سے بالا والا ہمارا نبی اپنے مولا کا پیارا ہمارا نبی اپنے مولا کا پیارا ہمارا نبی دونوں عالم کا دولا ہمارا نبی دونوں عالم کا دولا
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are back again live from Radio Uppity Was, Bradford, Halifax and Birmingham, and also all around the world via online. We've got our chief reporter and guest as always, Abdul Jabbar Sahab, and we've got Dawood, Mr. Dawood from all the way from Oxford, who is from MBU. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yep. So, I think our next topic, without further ado, I think the previous topic we went into a lot of detail. It still probably isn't completed, but you know, it was 40 odd minutes, believe it or not. Why? Okay, so what practical measures can we take to choose leaders who will take us forward?
It has to be our children now. Our children are going to have to lead, and the way that happens is one of the takeaways for all the listeners, inshallah ta'ala, is learn Arabic. Honestly, learn Arabic is going to transform you. Pick up any seerah book and read it to your kids, man. They will love it, and that will transform the way your mind is framed and the mind of your children is framed. And they have to build those careers. Those careers are to fulfill the promise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the covenant. That's what covenant is a promise. It's the promise. And that way they will lead in avenues. Money will never have to be an issue. When they're the ones that can figure out the world's issues of they can resolve transportation. Like, imagine if you could go from one end to another in the blink of an eye. If they're leading in those activities, That's different. They're leading in energy, how to produce energy for everyone. They will never have to worry about your family. Generations won't have to worry about money. So get these careers. Yes, get them into those careers.
What kind of careers? What kind of careers would you say?
Physics is the language of power today. Today could be something else tomorrow, but right now they get them into physics, get them into any kind of avenue where they can progress. And even biology. I mean, let's be very honest. The annals are the baselines of European understanding of medical advancements. Is still stuck on those annals from Andalus. So that's ancient. I mean, let's be honest. That means that in terms of medical advancement, it hasn't been as breathtaking as the way it's painted. And Muslims can be at the forefront of that. Again, that's just biology. That's going away from the physics side, right? And these areas, political science, get them into political science so they can understand through the Quran and the Seerah how things were done. I mean,
are you referring to? Sorry, I have to stop you. Are you referring to Islamic political science or just political science in general?
Political science. It's just, these are. They will already have if you've done if as parents we've done our job right. The Islam, their commitment to Islam is already there. So them going into political science is them rediscovering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's system through through this.
And what would you say?
Putting in the gaps.
What would you say to people who are into politics, locally and nationally in the UK?
What would I say to them?
Are they doing the right? Are they on the right haq?
We just had this conversation about the lobby, brother.
No, I understand that because obviously we've got those.
If they did the lobby part, they wouldn't have to be.
Because they are leaders. They are leaders because we've got councillors and MPs. Do you class them as leaders?
And imagine if they were counselling and lobbying within the masajid across Bradford, just Bradford. Imagine the paradigm shift that would happen. Just imagine. Your streets will be paved with gold, in my opinion.
So no, it's just
Bradford should be the example.
So they are part of a democratic society. I'm just trying to figure out, is that okay?
Well, we've already established that.
So okay. So no, it's just that no, you're not trying. So what I'm trying to figure out is, obviously you mentioned early on the article, these kind of things are shirk.
Yeah, can I
so what I'm trying to figure out is.
No, we can say now. Like I said, let's call it spade a spade.
Yeah.
If we're using the paradigm, if we're using the framework of Allah Azza wa Jalla, which is yes, the reality is yes, and however they can change it, they can change it. The imams can change it, and the councillors, by the way, because the councillors have somewhat proven that they have hunar, they have some form of competence to understand the workings of the local authority. Yes. So get them in to do something that could really transform Bradford. Get them to do something that can really transform it. I mean, make sure if they leave people like that would leave the rest of all other councils across UK in awe. I mean, wow, look at these guys, man. They've basically abolished the council tax and they're just taken over. I mean, imagine that.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen with the government.
That's why it is. We're limiting our capacity because our paradigm is like, this is the way it was done. This is the way it's going to be. Imagine that.
So, what about the social security system? Are you okay with the social security system that we have in the United Kingdom?
Where did the social security system concept come from?
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm trying to figure. Shouldn't we be innovative?
Do you believe, honestly, in its current form? Because we're from the UK, so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
In its current form, is it a very dignified? Does it really issue like a kind of dignified way?
Probably not. But I think
is it given? It's not very pleasant. We're not giving anybody like a hand out, and do you know the best way to give someone a hand out in this right now? Abolish tax. Imagine you abolish tax. What would happen? The poorest in society would just become materially wealthier. And I wanted to talk about this because from your ends was a man called David Pidcock. Have you heard that name?
Yes, I think I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote the book, the
Constitution.
Constitution.
In 1991. Sorry, yeah, 1991.
You're talking about Pickthall, aren't you?
Sorry?
The guy was called Pickthall.
No. He passed. Rahimullah Pidcock passed away a couple of years ago, in 2023.
What was the name?
His name was David Pidcock.
Okay.
He started a party in 1991 in Bradford. The party was called the Islamic Party of Britain. Remember the framing, not British Islamic Party, the Islamic Party of Britain. And do you know what his manifesto was?
Yeah, go on.
Abolition of the riba system. And nobody in Bradford gave him the backing. Assad in 1991. So this is a personal thing. This is internal. We need to fix this, right? Right? And his Islamic name is Dawood Musa Pidcock. And you can Google him. Passed away, I think, 2023. May Allah give him his position. He wrote many books on against the riba system. In fact, he even wrote a famous book called Satanic Voices. So this was a rebuttal against the Shayateen. What was his name? I can't remember. Rashidi. Yeah, it was a rebuttal against his. You can also find his book online. There's also a book that I highly recommend everybody. It's a bit of a hard read, but read it. It's you can get it free off YouTube, of the internet. It's called Ultimate Mathematics by Dr. Fadli. He's a Muslim, and this book is even amazed leading mathematicians today. He's the leading mathematician, Muslim.
So our next show, I'm just going to intervene that. Our next show, we're going to definitely talk about 15-20 minutes about the particular individual. Was it Mr. Pidcock? We'll definitely talk about him because that's you give me some really inspiration, positive news to think about. So we can definitely talk about him for a good 15 minutes. So I really appreciate that, especially if it's from up here, our neck of woods. So say that I'm just trying to decipher. So the politics, what is your politics stance? Okay, so we've got councillors, elected councillors, we've got elected other officials as well, MPs, and we've got people who lead, or cabinet ministers, and also who lead other parties. They're like higher up, like Muhammad Zia Yusuf from the Reform Party. So should we be kind of
the fact that you got a Muhammad something in fact, his name he's taken the name Muhammad and he's joined a party that is against Muslims. That says it all, right? The whole system is opportunistic, right?
Yeah.
So when you step into the lobby, it's a whole different playing field. Even reform, they're loosened down. Their nooses are pulled by the lobby, right? Or their ties or whatever. Yeah, that's what happens. And Bradford could do that tomorrow. All the masjids get together, make sure that all the funds, that significant portion of the fund goes towards making sure that the political grievances are met and society functions, and Bradford is the gleaming hope for the whole of UK.
So being in a democratic society, can we not class that as a positive bid'ah? Positive innovation.
Billah, it's like saying a positive piece of shit. Billah.
Okay.
Shit is shit. Billah. Like I said, we have to be honest. Call a spade a spade. Right?
That's very interesting, yeah.
Those who are viewing, learn Arabic and connect with the Seerah, and that will frame your mind around the Quran. It will transform you.
What I'm trying to say is, at the moment we're at the bottom of the pile for everything. At the moment, we've got really bad PR, and everybody is dissing Islam. Everybody in the United Kingdom, around the West, are dissing Islam, and saying all sorts. So that's why I'm trying to figure out, should we be part of that?
We're not performing. I mean, we're not performing on any level. We haven't got. We've literally, brother, 450,000 of our children have been slaughtered before our very eyes. Before our eyes, man. Millions have been displaced in Sudan. Women and children crying. And we've got nothing to be proud of. We haven't offered anything, but we can. It can happen with the ulama making the correct fatwas and us planning our children's frame of mind for the next 5 years so that they can lead in those positions.
Our current funding, for like being lobbies, were really bad. Our, shall we say, foreign leaders who are worth trillions, for some reason, why are they propping up the far right in the UK? Like, for example, the UAE is kind of funding people like Tommy Robinson.
If this question goes back to the Sira, then you'll know the answer.
That's what I was trying to figure out is...
I'm going to get there. I'm not putting you on the spot, brother. I promise you. I'm trying to open up the doors. Okay. Umar ibn... what's his name? Is it Ibn Ubay? Abdul Jabbar, correct me if I'm wrong because you're good with it.
Yeah, just mention this. No, try to remember.
Ibn Ubay was a munafiq that betrayed
yes.
Right?
Are you talking about...
I'm saying, if you go back to the Sira, then we understand our enemies, right? We can see them where they are, where they stand, right? And then that question of them funding them, no, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Ibn Ubay did exactly what he was supposed to do. He didn't like the fact that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was now the leader of Medina. Yes?
Yeah,
and the likes of the Muhammad bin Zayd is not going to like the fact that a Khalifa has to be a Qurayshi. Yes? He's not going to like that. Right? He's not going to like the fact that there even has to be a Khalifa. Right? So they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. This is where the beauty of the Sira is. We learn these things. We know we can see them.
In the East, are you recommending that they have a Khalifa system? Because I don't see any proper Khalifa system.
The globe. There is a Khalifa system, brother.
Where?
NATO, EU.
Don't take this point. Obviously, I don't normally say as a joke, but what do you call at the moment, Amliya the only one who has a Khalifa.
I have to be I want to be careful here. Because in Bradford, I've come across a few people who, outwardly, they look like, they even go to your masjid, Abdul, brother Jabbar, you remember that masjid, I met you outside, two of those guys, they frequent that place, and they turn out to be Qadianis.
Which masjid?
They live there and they go to that masjid, but they turn out to be like, so that, and then why is that happening? Because they want the money, the government gives them break.
Gives them a visa. Yeah.
There you go. But the reality is, if the Muslim, the masjid, if he was doing his job, being that strong lobby, like I said, if he was able to make sure that not a single Muslim had a mortgage. Not a single one. We know it's forbidden. The riba, that's one of the ways you challenge him. You challenge the system. Right? Not even the system, you kind of use the system to uphold Allah Azza wa Jall's law, deen.
Right.
You mean by lobbying? Guys, I just want to... go on, brother, just finish off there and then I've got like a little comment and question.
Go for it, man. You go for it after I'm finished.
I'm just thinking about what you're saying, which is to... the masjids should become the centers of lobbying people, so the political parties or anyone who's in power, the masjid should become a message. They should give the message from Islam to what is going wrong in the world. So not just, I'll give you an example,
Jabbar, I'm so sorry. October 7th, the attack happened. October 8th, there were 3 scholars that travelled from Europe to Washington to ensure that Washington provides unwavering support to the genocide. That was on October 7th. That is what our ulama should be doing. that's what our ulama should be doing, and there's many of them. Their job isn't to do nikah, their job isn't to do janaza, their job isn't to do a salah. That's what we're supposed to do. We'll do that. We'll do the janaza, we'll do the nikah, we'll do the salah. Their job is to make sure that they present Allah Azza wa Jall's power. And they know it, they know Allah Azza wa Jall's law, they know the deen, they know the consequences of not upholding this. But unfortunately, they're kind of, the last 200 years of Madaris have kind of kept this psychology, right? How many of us know Maududi? I didn't know Maududi. MashaAllah, my Ustad from Senegal, he showed me who Maududi was, subhanAllah, right? Maududi was so dangerous that his works that were translated into Arabic were what's it called, the gentleman, he became a shaheed in Egypt, right? Because he was sharing Maududi's work. Where's Maududi from? Rahimullah. Pakistan. Well, India, Pakistan. Right? And so what did they have? What was it? What were they tapping into? They were tapping into the unity of the Muslimin, the promise, the covenant that we must uphold, the promise that we must uphold before it's too late.
Interesting. I think we are gonna very soon, probably another minute, but it's quite interesting, obviously, talking to you, and we've got a lot of, we're very informative, which is nice to see. But to the crux of it, have you now, in like, shall we say 3 sentences, can you pinpoint how we can progress, and how we can, I understand it's probably going to be linked to our Holy Prophet.
Abdul said it correctly, and he said exactly what I was supposed to say. But mashallah, he said it and he beat me to it. The masjid has to be the center. And if these masjids don't do it, then we make another masjid. That will do it.
So do you think they should form an umbrella or something, like an umbrella company where they should also...
They did it in COVID. So we can do it again.
So let me just get, so it's going to start from the top, where the ulama or the scholars and everyone are going to get together.
I will tell them to have make a pause on the conversations on what's bid'ah and what isn't. Let's restore the dignity of the ummah, and then we'll have that conversation.
Yeah, we have success as well. I just want to mention about the mosques. There was a pressure group that was created to not allow the Nicaea syllabus to be taught to be piloted in Bradford, and the people and the ulama and everybody got together to study that syllabus because it had political aims for there was political points which would have incriminated the Muslims, and they would have had to accept that what they were teaching before was leading to extremism and violence or whatever they're saying. But what it was that aim was enough to change the people and reject that Nicaea syllabus. But just going on to, like you said, these masjids, we are in contact with them. We are in regular contact with them. We go pray there. Speak to the imam, speak to the Maulana, speak to the chair, the committee, and we have the ideas, we have the youth with us, and all we do is put it into practice. Go to, we can communicate between ourselves.
Was that before? I'm sorry, the Nicaea, where the UK government wanted to implement? Was that before? What was it called? Project? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. What was it called? Where the prevent? Was it before prevent?
No. This was at the time of David Cameron. So he had, I think, the campaign that he launched, and part of that, it was part of that. So I'll have to Google what the campaign that he at the time it was. I think it was called CTS, as far as I remember. So during David Cameron's, you're talking about Prevent. Prevent was started by Tony Blair. and five things were introduced, five issues that if you talked about these, so you would be labeled an extremist. So what they've done is normative Islamic values. They started using them, so they made teachers, if anybody, and who just prayed his salah, they would then send him to the prevent agenda. So it's not easy for people, like people think we've got, just we can pray here, we can do the hijab, and we can stick to our identity. That is not the case. But if
it never was. We have to stick together.
Yeah.
Surah Al-Anfal, verse 60. Prepare. You have to stick. This is called. Gather your cavalry. It says it in cavalry, but you can pronounce it and end in the way you come together. We have to come together in strength. Astata'u min quwwa. We have to come together, and we are numbers, man. We've got plenty of numbers.
The roots have we will end that note, and it's been very nice to speak to you, and thank you for giving your time. Not everybody can give the time. Most Muslims are quite busy with their careers and their lifestyles. They're so busy they haven't got time for anything for some reason. And a lot of people are moving away from the deen, and hopefully there will be some kind of resurgence, and where people like you and others can continue to guide. Thank you for that, and we'll leave us that. AJ Saab, any final words?
Yeah, thank you to our brother David. That was it's been the same though. So
it's not the same. I'm
yeah, so we must become the Dawood al-Islam of our time, and as the villains that who are destroying humanity, that we are able to replace them with the better system and bad leadership.
Maybe we should call each other English names and try integrating.
I'm
only joking.
No,
but anyway, take care. God bless. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.